My name is Jamilu from Birmingham Local Government area of Kebbi State. Let me make a brief remark before allowing the phrase to ask questions. Yesterday was a different day to me because as a graduate of public administration who graduated with second class lower, just 3 points away from first class, it took a lot of risks to attempt to get the attention of Mr. President, despite the fact that there is well-flaunted security architecture within the venue. But I'm sorry for the disturbances I caused. It was emotional love for the person who I believe to have been the most integrity-nurtured, honest, incorruptible, and right-driven. Everybody in this place and beyond, Nigeria I'm talking about, and the wider world, has never questioned the consistency, the integrity, the honesty, the righteous position of Mr. President on either national issue or even his own personal life. He has worked as military administrator, he has worked as a minister under a military government, he has worked as director NMPC, he also has worked as military ruler. Lately, he has worked under General Sani Abacha as PTF executive director. And by all accounts, no a single kobo has been messed up under Mr. President. Now from 2015 to 2020 to date, no one ever questioned whether national resources, whether the material resources this country has was ever squandered even by one single naira margin by Mr. President. This is the reason, this is the prerequisites, these are the instincts, these are the values, these are the things that carry my heart to Mr. President. And I let you know, even if I was there yesterday, I met and I achieved the best and the most held ambition to one day meet Mr. President, one-on-one, breach of protocols. Sorry, Mr. Governor and other members of national cabinets.
Thank you.
I'm 30 years old. I'm married to a wife just 7 months ago. Malama Sapina Budari.
Congrats.
But we never had a child yet.
Yes.
But by saying not influence, please mind you, let me make this one critically clear. Don't begin to say because of poverty or whatever. I am not poverty-oriented person. The DSS people that went to my house, they saw my house, he even asked me, who built this house for you? I always believe that by struggle I can achieve anything.
Where is your alma mater? And now that you have seen Mr. President, what is your appeal to Mr. President and what is your hope?
My appeal to Mr. President is not an appeal, but just to advise and to even commend him more. Mr. President made this country in a state that no one in this country, if not him, the Mr. President, that can handle this country to reach 2020. Let me give you a synopsis. Many foreign scholars, many international diplomatic corps written about the existence of Nigeria beyond 2015. And they postulated a lot of indices. Those indices were only revolted by the fact that President emerged the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Jamilu, you have not told me your alma mater, where you graduated from.
I graduated from Usman Danford University, Sokoto, 2016 with the second class offer Public Administration Department, Management Science.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Let me present. This afternoon, in the presence of the Honorable Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, and the other senior officials of the Kebbi State Government and the State Security Service, it is my honor and pleasure to present a book written by John Pardon on Muhammadu Buhari, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to an ardent Buharist, Jamilu, who was yesterday in an exuberant attempt to greet Mr. President, was mistaken about protocols, and then it created the wrong atmosphere. But I'm glad that you have all heard from him, and I'm quite honored, we are all quite honored to meet him and to assure him that the Honorable Minister of Information and I will inform Mr. President and will beg Mr. President to grant an audience for you so that one day you will visit him, shake hands with him as one of his most loyal supporters. But before then, enjoy reading this book so that you can ask him more questions. Because Mr. President likes the younger generation to ask him questions so that he can motivate them more. Thank you. Maybe the Honorable Minister may want to say something.
Okay. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Jamilu is just a young man who is very passionate about Mr. President. And from what you can see, this is a gentleman who has followed Mr. President, his political career from a long time, and who is very passionate about him. And he's preached protocol, pure and simple yesterday. But all the stories about him trying to attack Mr. President or assassinate Mr. President is false. Even the story that he has been shot by the police on DSS is false. This young man's only ambition is to see Mr. President and commend Mr. President for what he's doing. The only mistake he made is that he refused to follow protocols. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And assure him, and he's assured that.
Well, between me and His Excellency, we would try and persuade Mr. President to receive him, because this is one of his most ardent supporters.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And also to thank the security services for doing their good job in always being on the watch out for Mr. President welfare and security.
I beg.